You are relieved of duty, Lieutenant. Remove yourself from my deck. The command echoed like artillery fire through the steel framework of the aircraft carrier. Admiral Prescott never raised his voice. Such measures were unnecessary. His tone possessed a precision to halt an entire formation of officers mid-stride. Every head turned toward the woman positioned motionless beside the command tower, sunlight catching the enigmatic emblem adorning her uniform sleeve. She remained unflinching. She offered no response. She simply held his gaze, then pivoted deliberately, her footsteps resonating across the deck as she departed, her authority revoked before she had the opportunity to exercise it. Before we continue with this narrative, please share in the comments which location you're watching from. We would appreciate hearing from you. Let us proceed. AAR Voss had anticipated opposition, though not complete rejection. She possessed no distinguished service record. She held no membership in the Admiral's inner circle. However, what remained unknown to all, what even Prescott lacked clearance to discover, was her role as architect of the missile command infrastructure embedded within the vessel's hull. The classified launch protocols, coursing through every steel passageway, that constituted her native language. Her presence served no subordinate function. She had arrived because a critical system malfunction had occurred. 2 hours prior, during a standard diagnostic procedure, she had detected the anomaly. A latent signal concealed within the targeting framework. Profound, alien, undetectable except through specialized access protocols. A fraudulent ping, a clandestine launch authorization, originating not from U.S. naval forces, but counterfeit, disguised with Allied credentials. She had identified it, neutralized it, and rushed directly to the Admiral. An unauthorized launch sequence has been embedded in your mainframe, she had cautioned. Should it activate, we face not a training exercise. We confront a system compromise. Yet Admiral Prescott had scarcely allowed her to complete her briefing. This vessel operates as a warship, he had declared, condescending and dismissive. Not an academic institution. Withdraw from my systems and return to your workstation. That constituted his error. Now confined below deck, her clearance revoked and encircled by systems of her own creation, Era initiated a phantom connection, an isolated bridge she had established years earlier, known exclusively to a select group within the Omega Directive. The weapons control chamber doors responded to her biometric signature with the mechanical hiss. Her hands moved swiftly across the interface, circumventing security barriers she had personally designed until the rogue signal pulsed once more. More brilliant, more powerful. The sequence had commenced. Above her position, pandemonium erupted. Warning klaxons shrieked throughout the carrier. Missile ignition protocols had engaged, yet no bridge personnel had authorized launch. Officers rushed to their stations. Terminate the sequence, someone commanded. Where's the override? The Admiral's voice boomed. This constitutes a security breach. Locate the source. Shut down all systems immediately. Then, amid the communications chaos, her voice emerged. Steady, controlled, unwavering. Missile 2A remains locked under foreign programming. I have assumed control of its trajectory and redirected the warhead. Confirming. Command authority has been transferred. Identify yourself. Prescott demanded. Lieutenant Voss, she responded. I have access to Missile Core and Admiral. I did not initiate launch. Your system executed the command. He stared at the flashing crimson display before him, powerless, incredulous. Neutralize the weapon, he commanded through gritted teeth. Immediately. That option is unavailable, Era responded. The missile has achieved flight. Then the moment arrived. On deck, a deafening rumble shattered the atmosphere. Smoke billowed. Flames roared as a missile erupted from the vertical launch system, trailing white fire in its wake. Crew members protected their vision. Prescott charged onto the flight deck in time to witness the vapor trail arc overhead, ascending into the cloud layer, accelerating to extraordinary velocity. Then stillness. The missile ceased its ascent, suspended at the edge of the stratosphere. Without an active target designation, it detonated into harmless particles, a controlled neutral discharge programmed into the system as an emergency safeguard she had covertly installed. As the smoke dissipated, Era emerged at the deck's perimeter, wind-tossed hair, sleeves pushed back, hands unwavering. Every sailor watched in silence. The admiral turned, muscles tensed, rage simmering beneath bewilderment. "You have just fired a missile from my vessel." "Negative, sir," she replied. "Your system initiated launch. I prevented it from escalating into armed conflict." He advanced closer, examining the unfamiliar insignia on her uniform. "What is your true identity?" She responded without hesitation. "Omega Directive. I developed the encryption architecture upon which your fleet operates. My role extends beyond advisory capacity. I am here to safeguard it." "You violated direct orders," he accused. "I fulfilled my mission," she countered. "The directive you were never authorized to receive because its architects answer to no naval command." The admiral surveyed his bewildered crew, the silenced deck, the point where military protocol had collided with operational reality. Then gradually, with reluctance, he rendered a salute, not acknowledging her rank, but recognizing what she had just averted. The following day, Era departed the ship without media coverage, ceremonial recognition, or documented record. However, every sailor who witnessed the launch understood the events that had transpired. They knew her identity. They spoke of the woman who preserved the vessel, not through obedience to commands, but by refusing to remain silent. Because occasionally the individual they attempt to silence represents the sole person who comprehends how narrowly they avoided catastrophe. And sometimes the programming that preserves everything originates from the one voice they decline to acknowledge. If this narrative resonated with you, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments.